Hi, welcome to Awakening Soul Truth. I'm Robbie, and this is my friend Allison. We're both Reiki masters. I'm a yogi, and she is a medium.
Yeah.
And we love to come on here and have some spiritual conversations and just talk about the ascension and the awakening that's happening. And this coming weekend, August 23rd, in some places the 22nd, we're having a new moon in Virgo. And you know, a new moon is about new upstarts, new beginnings, new awakenings, initiations, setting intentions.
Yeah.
But this particular one, all the astrologers are talking about it because they're saying it's in what's called a yod. And I had never heard of a yod.
Apparently,
have you?
No, but once I started investigating it, it's a pretty popular concept.
Yeah.
And happens repeatedly, but this is a very important yod.
Well, a yod, they were saying, represents the finger of God. And it's the 0 point, right? So in every new moon, it's in some sign. And it happens to be 0.22 degrees. And when it's at the 0 point, it makes the energy more amplified, more potent, more powerful. So even stronger initiations, bigger beginnings and insights that you can potentially have.
Well, and it's coupled with this new configuration and I just forgot all the planets.
Uranus is a big one. I know it's
Saturn and Uranus.
I know it has something to do with square with Uranus, and Uranus is about sudden changes, shocking revelations,
old energy,
shakeups.
But Saturn's also related to the old.
Yeah, that's Saturn.
Right.
I was talking about Uranus.
Oh, great. Uranus is the new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, all good, all good. But the 22 point, 0.22, 22 I think is also important because that's an angel number.
Yeah.
So
this time period, this actual having the planets in a new configuration, and you can tell we're not astrologers here, right?
Not claiming to be.
Right.
But we love to listen to it and share it because it matches up with the other spiritual things that we
it matches
in.
up with the energy available, the opportunity, the potential. And I think the more conscious you can be of all the potential, the more you can wake up and really take advantage of these things. To consciously be, I just heard of a new word about consciousness, and they associated consciousness with the divine directly. So the more conscious you are, the more divine you are.
Ooh.
Right? Like there's a parallel between consciousness actually being the awareness of the divine energy.
Yep.
Yeah. So welcome to the new moon.
And 2025 is a big year of navigating change, a big year of transformations. So what I've heard about this new moon, it's really about, again, stepping into your power, but stepping into your power where you are becoming transformed and realizing the new reality.
Yeah.
What is possible in this new reality? What is possible for us? And I heard something, I can't even remember who it was, but they were talking about how each one of us feels like we have flaws and imperfections.
Yeah.
But they were saying, what if your flaws and imperfections were really the medicine and gifts that you have to give to others?
Well, wow, I love that.
I do too.
Yeah. And I think it's the medicine and gift you use to transform yourself. I mean, there's definitely the whole linking of we are pressing against something that's hard to bring about change. Right? But that cycle is even coming to an end of using one polarity to realize the other polarity. Mm-hmm. And you often do give what you need to heal. So that's why you see so many people who have been sexually abused or really hurt by a parent. They actually become the most steadfast parents, the most loving, present parents these days. They are like, I will not continue to give this. And it is that medicine that they needed to bring about such protection and love and gifting it.
Yeah, I've seen where parents may have something happen to their child and they become activists to create change in the systems.
Yeah.
Whether it's education or healthcare or whatever.
Yeah.
It becomes their mission.
Absolutely. it's really important to let go of old things right now because, oh my gosh, there is magic happening in your energy fields, isn't it? I mean, you can grasp onto things that are just barely whispering. There's a door that's open that really can deeply connect you to this greatest potential that's coming from your heart and your soul. And when you grasp it, you immediately can look at the old and go, ooh, that doesn't fit anymore.
So I know you know and enjoy listening to Greg Braden.
Yes.
And there was something that popped up the other day that I started listening to, and you could tell it was an older video. And he was talking about the lost book, or I think it was the Lost Book of Thomas. And I'm just assuming it was one of the Gnostic Gospels, but I know that this particular book he's speaking of was one of the ones that the Romans took out of the Bible.
Yep.
And he said there's 3 different passages in the Book of Thomas where it talks, because you were just talking about magic.
Yes.
And they didn't call it magic, but they were basically saying, you know how the Bible will say, if you have enough faith, you can move mountains.
Yes.
And that may seem like an impossible task. Like, how can you move a big mountain? But they're saying with that amount of faith, you can make that miracle happen. And he was basically saying it in the Book of Thomas. They have 3 different scripture or references in the scripture that talks about emotion and how when you put your emotion with your vision, and that vision that it's already happened around you, you can already sense it and feel it and experience it like it's already here.
Yeah.
That is the recipe for the magic. That is the recipe for the miracle.
The creation energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's pure creation energy. And don't you love that it was written about thousands of years ago?
Yep.
So yes, it's not just speaking words and hoping for change. It's actually to feel the change you want to have occurring in your life. So bringing up feelings of joy, of real deep contentment, of deep support. Feel it. When you sit in meditation sometimes and you're all like, blah, 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 I use my meditation to bring in all of those wacky kind of messy energies that I experienced from the day before or the hours before. And I wait until I am centered. And in that space, that's the pure creation energy. That's your soul talking to you, whispering to you, and grasping on to the next level of consciousness for you.
So we wanted to tie this in with rejection as well. And we were talking about before we started to film that sometimes, and I think everybody needs to hear this because I think we all go through a level of rejection.
Yeah.
And I was telling you that I always heard the saying, rejection is God's protection. But I also want you to hear this. Rejection could be part of the magic. Because when you're rejected by a person or a situation or whatever,
a job,
that is opening up a door for something else.
Yeah,
that is shifting your attention and energy elsewhere after you've maybe mourned the rejection piece. But it's amazing what can come out of rejection.
Yes. I think it's really important for people to own rejection. I think we play the victim role so often when we're rejected, like, what did I do wrong or whatever. I don't necessarily think it's what did I do wrong. It is I've increased my vibration, or they're just not seeing it the same way I'm seeing it. And because I'm on this mission and on this path, and I am bringing in this energy, I've been thinking it, feeling it, trying to create it, things shed away, and they're going to shed away naturally. And it might look like rejection, but it is
a redirection.
Yes.
Rejection is redirection.
It is. And even though it can feel really hard, or sometimes you think, oh my gosh, this is definitely my direction. And then it gets sideswiped.
Yeah.
That happens with
too.
jobs all the time.
Yeah.
And it happens with, it just happened with us and college, right? Mm-hmm. We were all set to go to a really, high-end, small, intense learning liberal arts college, like Bucknell or Denison. And we've had a total change because of a health thing. And the best thing is, the best environment I could have ever imagined has erupted for my daughter.
That is a perfect example.
It's a perfect example. And we were all nervous going. We were all nervous about the drop off. I can't even tell you. Oh man, there was some what are we doing? Is this going to work out? Blah, 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 blah. We got there and Tracy and I, my husband, were like, oh, it was filled with so much light and love. We couldn't have imagined a better place for our daughter to land. And it's under...
And she felt it too.
She is moving into the space for sure. And tears. Happy tears. Sad tears because we don't get to see her every day. Happy tears because, oh my God, if you had to launch, I couldn't have... it's so amazing. So... we were like, okay, this redirection is actually the greatest gift that we could have imagined.
Yeah.
So think about that in your own life.
Yeah, and I'm going to share mine. I haven't shared this, but I had some rejection happen to me at the beginning of the year that made me lose some employment, not just with where I was teaching, but the online studio I had going along with it. And, I took that, I didn't take it as rejection at first, but the more I sat with it, it was total rejection. Oh. And I've been working through that, and I didn't want to fill up the space right away. I just wanted to sit in it. And from that sitting, I have had new inspirations coming to me, a new direction forming in front of me, to the point where... And it wasn't the way I played it out, I was trying to play it out a certain way and it didn't happen. And then all of a sudden I was like, well, maybe I just need to use this time that's allotted to me right now, because I've been wanting a sabbatical for years and I haven't been able to carve that out. Well, now that my son is touring and he's not in school and I don't have to worry about college bills for him, I just thought, well, that opens up the door for me to get more education. And so I've decided to go back to school and get a master's degree in yoga studies, even though I kind of have a master's degree if you look at the amount of training I've had.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go for the more academic version of the training, where I really get to dive deeper into the history, into the philosophy, into the contemplative work, which is giving me a sabbatical in a way. So that's part of the magic, is I literally applied, got accepted, got interviewed, got accepted. It all happened so fast within literally 2 weeks. And I'm leaving for Colorado in a couple weeks. And it's starting, and it's just happened so fast. But because it's happening so fast and everything's flowing so well, I know it's meant to be.
Yeah.
I know it's the right decision.
But you took the steps. That was so beautiful.
I had to take action.
But you paused. You
Yes.
did pause.
Yes.
And you sat with the rejection, not in terms of, maybe you did contemplate, did I do something wrong?
Oh, I did.
Right? And that's going to be normal. That's going to be normal to think, wait a minute, what was I doing wrong? How did I not show up?
Yeah.
We got to remember that when we're rejected from other people, this is the other side, it's their issue. Most of the time, it's their issue.
Yeah, most of the time it's projected onto you.
It's projected onto you. But it's also a door for you to go through.
Yeah.
And you did take some time off, and you worked with all of those feelings and emotions, and you came out connected. And you came out with a new drive and passion.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you.
But
wouldn't it be great, instead of pointing, blaming, and shaming, that we could go back in these scenarios and with these people and relations and sincerely say thank you? Like that is a sincere thank you.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's magical.
It is. The appearance of something being really hard and rejecting, and then it's like, wait, this is my door too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I also love that the universe is able to pair up these experiences. So the universe pairs up somebody doing the mirroring and rejection and putting blame onto you, right? That's a real thing, right? And then
and then you have someone else seeing so much worth and value in what you're offering.
Right.
On the whole flip side of it. And it's
Right.
like, thank you.
Right? And so, like, but I was saying, like, the universe is saying, oh, here's a person that is not owning their mirroring. They're projecting it. And when we don't move on, when we don't listen to those subtle clues or open those doors ourselves, and God's like, or the divine's like, you need to open that door. Hi, let me help you. Door open, right? And you're like, go, goodness sake, right? But that's how the universe really works magically. When one door opens, another, and when one door closes, the other opens.
Yeah.
Right? Do take pause in between. Take some breaths.
Yeah. There's a time for action, and there's also a time to just be.
Yeah.
You know,
it really is.
It's
yeah.
And I do want to mention this particular new moon in Virgo is a precursor for the eclipses that are coming in September. Yeah. So remember, with eclipses, it's also about sudden changes and epiphanies and awakenings and shakeups, just like what Uranus is doing right now with this new moon. So it may be a precursor to what we're going to be experiencing for the next month. Yeah. I've heard it's very karmic. I've heard it's very fated. But we're going to be on the fast track in this trajectory. It's supposed to be a kind of pushing us forward with momentum for the change that we're moving into. Yeah.
And I think it's that it is erupting in our soul too. So it's the soul's coming online. Mm-hmm. We're being pushed to wake up to a different reality. A reality that has been, we're leaving behind the 3D. We're leaving behind our sensory system being first, and we're moving into this deeper picture of ourselves. So on the world picture or axis, what do they call it? The world view? The world stage.
There you go.
The world stage. On the world stage, we're going to see more bloops, bloop, bloop, bloop. I mean, they're just happening all over the place. And it's okay. They need to shed. Mm-hmm. They need to go. The faster you can anchor into your now moment divinity, the quicker this is going to go. And the faster you'll form that new picture.
And if you just keep coming back to center, coming back to center is coming back to the state of yoga. Coming back to the state of yoga is coming back to the state of unity consciousness. The state of unity consciousness is opposite of the polarity and the duality that we see playing out in the melodrama and dramatic shit that's happening in the world. Excuse my language. But that's really what's going on. So we have to rise above it.
Yes. Well, we can't heal from the outside anymore. Outside in. We can't band-aid it. We can't fix it. We can't blow it up. We can't do war anymore. We can't, this literally is an inside job I call it the divine Christ Sophia consciousness. Yeah. That steadfast place of love inside of every soul. And in fact, a lot of Christians are like, Jesus is coming and is going to the second coming of Christ. And I think we've mentioned this before. It's not happening external. The same principle applies. The second coming of Christ is love energy erupting inside of you, your own soul resurrecting, your own soul waking up. And for some people, it's been happening for a while, and we're moving now at rapid speeds, and we're waking up that consciousness. The second coming of Christ is an internal job, and that's the way we're going to heal this mess.
Yeah, I was just getting this picture of something, and I've never verbally stated this, so it may not come out very well. But my thinking is, if Jesus was in such a pure, lovely, divine state, where he transcended death of the body and ascended with his light body. I mean, we all ascend in our light body. However, his ascension was witnessed by many people. Why do people think his body's gonna come back down here and like it's like,
that's funny.
Did you miss the memo of the ascended? Like, I just feel like if anybody can transcend death and they have become that state of oneness with the divine, and they are literally ascending
to the
into
body.
that force field of pure positive consciousness, why would they wouldn't incarnate again. They wouldn't come back in body. It is a consciousness thing. And I know you get glimpses of it. We're all getting glimpses of it. And the point is, can we come back to our center, come back to that state of love in our heart and hold it?
Yeah. And
recognize when we move away from it.
Yeah.
And come back in, and come back in, and come back in, and come back in. It's like meditation, you know, when you're meditating on a technique and you're using that technique to get into that space. As soon as you're out of that space, you come back to the technique. It's the same idea. It's a walking meditation. It's a wakeful meditation.
Yeah, I love that.
And your emotions can be kind of your, is it barometer? Is that the right term?
That can indicate.
Your emotions can be the barometer on, are you in your center or not?
Yeah. Then when you have fierce emotions, listen to what's really coming up behind the emotion.
Yeah.
You know, there is a steady place of joy inside of you, that's for sure. Right? Okay, so we've gone over, this is a new beginning. We're going to shed a lot of things. You're going to have leaps in consciousness. Again,
the finger of God is, what are you going to do?
What you going to do? What you going to do? So we're waking up. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to trust the next now moment. And we're going to use yoga and breathing and emotions to come back to center. And I'm going to give you an affirmation for that. And that is, I'm trusting my divine Christ Sophia energy.
I'm trusting
my divine Christ Sophia energy. Maybe we should just say that Sophia, if you haven't heard of that, is the feminine version of the Christ energy, energetically. Now, I do believe Jesus beheld and lived the Christ consciousness or the Christ way. Mary Magdalene also held and walked that Christ consciousness way. And they're very much the masculine and feminine have to come together for us to move forward. So part of the healing that's going to happen is the union of the masculine and feminine. And so that happens internally also. So part of change is going to be increasing divine feminine qualities and increasing divine masculine qualities. That was a side note for the Christ conscious and the Christ Sophia. All right, so let's think of another affirmation that'll really help. Right? I'm trusting my new wisdom.
Ooh.
That one works well.
Mm-hmm.
I trust my new wisdom. I let go of the old ways easily. I'm leaping into new consciousness.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's really good.
Leaping into new consciousness.
Yeah, and I'm dissolving the past.
Isn't she the best with affirmations?
I'm gonna dissolve the past.
I love affirmations,
Yes.
but you are the queen. You're like Louise Hay version of affirmations.
I love them.
You should write a book on
I
affirmations.
am writing a book on affirmation. That's my new beginning.
Yeah.
All the time for it just opened up. It's so great to write the book. So I am dissolving, releasing the past. We're done with the past. We're done with that old thinking because it's usually steeped in victimhood. It's usually steeped in low vibration thinking where you're not loved. It's usually one-sided, like either more masculine or more feminine. So our tools are, we're going to combine the energy. We're going to live from both. And we are literally exploding into joy.
Join us again on Awakening Soul Truth. Please like and subscribe. Hit that button because we never mention it. And please share with anyone who you think may benefit from this. Please leave a comment. Please reach out if you need Reiki from one of us. If you are just wanting to communicate somehow.
Thank you for being a part of our day.
And we are going to get off the video and start planning a new workshop. So stay tuned. Namaste.
Namaste.